What's cracking, everybody? So, Friday, finally got a sunny day. Let me move the camera a little bit. Break just started. You see the thumbnail. That's why you're here. Now, I've been wanting to make this video for a little while. And it has to do with, I don't get a lot of haters. You know, even in the comments, I don't get a lot of haters. There's actually a couple guys in the comments that I think started out wanting to troll me, and then over time they've come to realize that I'm for everybody, man. You know, of course I love my people, you know, my raza, I love them, but I'm for everybody. I'm for bettering human beings, you know. So but lately, especially when I did the Whack 100 videos, there's been a lot of guys, well, there's been a few guys that come out with the same shit. Or, you know, guys from Southern California are racists. And, you know, they always say the same shit. You guys have to link up with the Aryans. You guys have to link up with white supremacists. You know, you guys ride together. Now, before I go into this, I'm going to ask that all the other prison channels, so-called prison channels, right? The ones that have been to prison. So I'm going to say the Streets Ain't Loyal Show, A Convict's Perspective, Gunners Collective, Nate Dog 916, Kev Mack. Kev Mack's been to prison. He could probably speak on it, and those OGs he always has with them on the panel. Here's the thing. I'm gonna ask you guys to confirm or deny what I'm talking about. First of all, the Raza from Southern California is so deep and so violent, and this is not to glorify. I don't glorify that shit, right? But they're so deep and so violent that the fact that anyone would say that they need to click up with anybody is a joke from jump, right? Secondly, in my decades in prison, never, ever, never did I witness where the Raza from down south and the whites moved on any group together, ever. See, what happened is, back in the 70s, there were two organizations that are organizations behind the wall, on the streets, in the federal system, that had an alliance, right? And for some reason, people that weren't on these yards think that the Raza from Southern California and the whites on the yard had that same agreement. It's like when you hear Gunner has spoken about how the Raza from Northern California and the blacks have a loose alliance, okay? You could say something is similar to that between the Raza from down south and the whites, but I'll say this. Go back to the video that I did on the craziest prison, when I talked about High Desert. And I talked about a camarada of mine that was in YA with me, and we were in the bay together, and we were talking, and he had asked me if I had been to High Desert yet, and he told me when he got there that the homies slid him a flat. They slid him a good knife, and when he asked them who's it for, they said, if you get out on the tier with anyone and it's not a homie, whack them. Let me repeat. If you get out on the tier with anyone and it's not a homie, anyone, and it's not a homie, whack them. At the time in High Desert, the Raza from Southern California was going at it with the whites, the blacks, the Asians, and the Northerners, all at the same time. One thing that is a fact is, you know, when the Raza from down south is on a lockdown, you know, if they're in guerra or whatever, they will ask the Woods for some help in you know, maybe moving some kites around. Very, very, very rarely, only on an emergency basis, would they ask a white to move pieces for them, because that's still, you know, that's very, you know, most of the time you'll never see that happen. But I even say this, and I don't like to talk about this stuff. I remember when there was a green light on a certain group of skinheads, there was a green light on the Nazi lowrider. Like, people, anybody that's been to prison knows, you know. Like I said, these other channels, I guarantee you every one of them can tell you a story of when the Southerners moved on the whites, or even if the whites moved on the Southerners, or a beef that kicked off between whites and Southerners, you know. So it just trips me out how, and then the whole white supremacist thing. It's rare when I've met a white guy in prison that was an actual white supremacist. You know, people get tattoos and, you know, they get the prison ink and that, but that doesn't, I can't speak for anyone else. Matter of fact, I even asked Joey, my friend Joey, Free from Fetters Grove. I'm sorry I forgot to mention your channel, Joey. That is a very humble white man right there, you know, doing this thing. He was incarcerated. I guarantee you he was somewhere during his career where there was an issue with Southerners. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. People that have never been anywhere, they show it when they open their mouth. You know what I mean? Like, prison is fucking, your friend today can be your enemy tomorrow, you know, and that's why people don't make friends, you know, especially outside of their group. You know, you're going to utilize what you utilize when you can, but at the end of the day, it's all about you, you know. So, I mean, I could go into stories, things, but I don't glamorize this. I mean, I don't even like the fact that I'm going to put this video out as far as there's no message behind it other than keep your ass out of jail. Because like I said, your friend today could be your enemy tomorrow. You know what I mean? And who really wants to live in a world like that? You know what I'm saying? Where, I'm telling you, fuck that. Fuck what I was going to say. Nobody wants to live in a place that you walk into and you can feel the hatred in the air. You know what I'm saying? You can feel the anger. You can feel, I mean, you hit them yards where it's real, you feel it, you know? And them places, that type of energy, come on, man. That is not positive energy, especially when you know, you're already there, you know, you're doing your thing, you hit the yard, and then you feel a whole different thing in the air. You know, somebody's probably going to die today. You know what I'm saying? Those are places that you do not want to go. You do not want your children going, your loved ones going, you know, and that's why all of us put these fucking videos out and have these channels, man, to try to help everyone realize what we went through, you don't want to be going through. You know what I mean? So my break's about to be over. I'm going to try to post this today, and hopefully we go live tonight. All right? I'm out, man. Don't forget to tell someone you love that you love.